Hello, it's Simon Jones from Antiques for Everyone. Now these are comparatively modern pieces of studio pottery made by an amazing potter called Amanda Popham. Now she lives on the Somerset, Dorset border, not actually far from me, and I have met Amanda on a few occasions. And she makes these amazing earthenware figural vases and jugs and animals. She studied at the Royal College of Art and then started exhibiting her items and selling her items through Liberties for around about 20 years. So that's where she really established her name, and a lot of her work is now sold through galleries in the southwest. I've just brought 3 examples along to show you today, which are fairly typical of her work. So this one here, this one is dated 2004. But I just love the expressions that she produces, which is not an easy thing to do with pottery. So this one here is obviously formed in the form of a jug, and at the back is dated 2004. So there's that one. This one's a little bit smaller. This one here again is from 2004. But I just love the expressions and the way that she models the hands, which is not an easy thing to do. And it's just, there's so much character and there's so much of her artistic ability and expression in the way that she produces these figures. And these are fairly typical of her work, but she also produced animals as well. And this one I particularly loved when I first saw it. So you can see the little figure sitting on the tiger. Not sure why the flower's there, but there we are. And then if you look on the back, you've got another figure painted on the reverse of the figure. Now her items have become very collectible over the last few years, and when I have seen them coming up in auction, it's got harder and harder to buy her works for an affordable level. And I think that she will continue to be extremely popular and collectible over the years. And they're so beautifully made. They're one-offs, they're individual, they're eye-catching. I think she's a really interesting potter to look at and collect. In terms of prices, this one here on my left, that one is probably 200 to 300 in auction, something in that sort of region. This one perhaps a little bit less because it's a bit smaller, around 150, 250. And this one, which is a bit more unusual, probably around sort of 300-400 in auction. But I think her prices will continue to rise as people collect her work. And definitely somebody that you should look at and find out a bit more about.